Hello, everyone. I warmly welcome you all for another episode of Thoughts on Education. Today, we have Mr. Manoj Mourya Ramesh, the Director of JAYAM College of Engineering and Technology, Dharmaburi, with us. Thank you so much for being with us, sir.
Thank you, Nishok. I'm very pleased to be giving this interview to Collegedunia, and also I thank you also for the time. Everything is quite busy right now, and we hope we can educate students, or at least give them some sort of awareness through this interview about the college and about education in general. So yeah, we can start the.
Sure.
The formality is done, so we can start the questions.
Thank you, sir. Being the director of JAYAM College of Engineering and Technology, what is your philosophy of leadership, and how would you describe your leadership style?
Okay, see, leadership style per se, I don't think I follow as such, but see, I do any work that's there in the college. I don't confine myself to the office. So say if I go for rounds, if I see anything that's not right, if I find someone to do it, I do it. If not, I do it by myself. It's the same that goes to anything and everything I do in the college, for the college, because at the end of the day, since at a very young age, I've been given this, huge responsibility. I really think it falls upon me to, first learn the job, what I'm doing, and then, question others. So technically, my post is director, which means, most directors, they only supervise. But, right now, supervision is not what JAYAM needs. So right now, maybe even for the next 10 to 15 years, I'd probably be learning my craft. And each and every from designing a poster to what content goes on the website. We are also doing a magazine right now, and then the admission process, counseling students, and even just cleaning the grounds. It's not just supervision. If I find something that's not right, I try to do it myself, because if you don't get your hands dirty, then others would also not only just have that as an excuse, but they would think twice before they get their hands dirty. So I think my leadership style is probably, if you want to consume it in one line, it's just like lead by just doing what you feel is right. So if I feel what I'm doing is right, and if I don't think twice about it, then I feel that people who actually trust in me and who actually look up to me, or who feel that okay, fine, I can actually handle this role in a responsible manner, I think they will also follow the same thing. So it's just do what I feel right, and lead by example would be a more precise way of, in your case, lead by example is the philosophy I follow, I'd say.
Yes, sir. Rightly said. Sir, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for the marketing and administration of your college?
For the marketing and the administration of the college, is it? See, those are two very different departments. See, I don't focus separately on marketing as such. I mean, yes, we do posters, we do flyers and stuff, but see, they're all it's just a means of holding something, or something people look at. But in my worldview, or in my view of colleges, it's ultimately what you teach your students that's the best marketing. I mean, your student is the best ambassador, or the best example there is of any institution. So I just do everything in my power to give the best education to each and every student that there is in the college, whether it be first year, or currently there are no first years, but yeah, whether it be first year or final year students, every student is the same to me, and I try to treat each and every one with respect, and I'm actually available to all my students at any point given time. They can even call me at 11 o'clock, provided it's actually something that they need help with or something. I'll be there for them. So if I take care of my students properly, I believe the marketing and everything will automatically take care of itself. Same thing for the administration. So I'm not saying we are the best college in terms of in terms of salary or something like that. But yeah, I do everything in my power to make my faculty feel comfortable. At the same time, not too comfortable. We do give them, that there's always a fine line between stressing them out and not giving them work. So I think we try to tread on that line of giving them the adequate amount of work. At the same time, try to make them feel comfortable. But due to COVID, it's quite difficult right now. But pre-COVID, we actually had a sports day for faculty members. We try to involve them in culturals. We try to not just as hosting, but try to get them, like they have hostel days and stuff wherein like faculty members are just they tend to have that they tend to also enjoy themselves, forgetting that they are faculty. So administration is the same way. So I take care of them, and they also in turn it's basically what you treat them with respect, and they treat you with the same respect. But some of the times, how much of respect you give, some students may not feel that way. But that's how I it's not a strategy, it's again something that I follow. So if, say for example, I right now there are no physical classes going on, but I actually we invited final year students and even third year students to come and attend classes physically. And because training and stuff like that, it needs to happen physically, in my opinion, because nobody is going to learn much online. So when but sometimes you don't get the crowd you expect, but that doesn't mean that I just because I don't get the crowd, that doesn't mean that I cannot do my duty, because I also take classes for them. So in that sense, I actually feel that okay, so maybe students are not here for any reason, or sometimes they feel why to travel just for one day of the week, come all the way and then sit for a couple of hours. But some students don't do that. They feel they understand the importance of these classes, and they travel all the way, even from Tiruvannamalai, just for one day, not even for a day. I mean, probably like 6 hours they come, and then they leave that evening. So when I see we call students out of respect, and they too, they believe that they learn something, and they also come with the same, expectation. So that's the respect they give me. I think if we all too, as a community, we all keep doing this, I think we're all moving in the right direction. So marketing as such, I don't strategize right now, but this is what I follow,
right,
for both faculty and students.
Okay. That actually answered partially the next question also. Can you please highlight the curriculum of JAYAM College of Engineering and Technology? Because we also want to understand how does it ensure best practice for this industry?
Okay, you mean like academic curriculum, or just in general the student curriculum?
So it can consist of both academic and general, so that the students are equipped for the best for the industry.
Okay, see, wait, you're asking about the curriculum and not the syllabus, if I'm right? Because we have just to put it out there, affiliated colleges, we have nothing to do with the syllabus. It's all up to one university or the affiliating college.
Right, sir.
But apart from that, see, due to COVID, it's all a bit messy. Not only in JAYAM, I think almost all the colleges that come under another university, because they don't give a particular set of derivatives to follow. So each college is on its own to try to come up with means to just keep the students occupied. So right now, what we are following as a curriculum is, we actually, since it's online, we just go with the online classes that are going on, and physically we are bringing in students at least once a week, so that they get that they don't miss out that college scenario. I mean, most of the students who even come for these classes, even whether it's out of the respect for me or not, at least they come to meet their friends once a week. See, college life is all about is the physical exposure that you have inside the campus, and the relationships you carry outside the campus. So I think it's very important that we provide that, and we don't take that out from the students. So coming back to curriculum, we follow. I'm not sure if I understand the question, but I'll answer it and you let me know if this is the answer that you were looking for.
Okay.
It is. See, I joined the college, I think in 2019 November, and since then I've been trying to shape each and every student to fulfill or to explore their talent as such. Let it be. See, not everybody is good in academics and not everybody is good in sports. So we follow a structure here where we give the student all the opportunities. See, if you're good at if you're good in academics, you can excel. If you want to get a good job, you do well in your exams and you get well in. You show me that you are talented enough, and I have the contacts personally to even get you an opportunity in Amazon or Microsoft, because all my friends are currently working there. So if I find a student who's very good at that, we actually try to refer them there. At the same time, if a student is really good in sports and if they want to explore that, even if they're not going to make it on the very biggest of the stages, I truly believe that each student needs a physical activity of such in their daily curriculum. I don't believe that not every student needs physical activity. I was a proper sportsman till school, but after school I actually in college I did not pursue sports because maybe I just lost interest. But after that, I actually did my masters in the UK, and even there I used to work. So sports is a way of getting to know people. It keeps your mind fresh. So I give almost equal importance to sports as much as I give to academics. So the curriculum we have designed right now is, like we have our usual classes, and then we have our sports time every day. And apart from that, we also we have these extracurricular activities that hostel students, they have ample amount of time. So when I sometimes when I am free, I just go and have a chat with all the hostel students as to what you're doing. Are you like just to get the idea of how classes are going on and stuff. But even hostel students, I sometimes get to take classes for them even after us. So sometimes you never know. Even one person can be inspired, or one person can learn something out of that one day. I think that would go a long way in shaping his or her career. So we have like we have an entrepreneurship society. We have a dance. We have a dance club. We have a cricket club. So we have so many. I mean, this is just naming a few. And we have a studio just for research. We made that completely smart. We made it as a smart setup so that if a student comes in, we have an Alexa with it. If a student comes in and just says, "Hey Alexa, switch on the lights," it's the most basic of the smart setup. But we want students to think as to how it works, not just play with it, but so how the command works. So what all departments are involved in that particular say the echo device, or say the smart light. So what all departments are involved in that. So each and everything we have designed so that if you're interested in this, you can join this club. If you're interested in this, you can join this club. And we try to motivate them monthly, so that. And also the same, as I was telling you, we've actually next month we are actually issuing a magazine, and that's going to be a monthly recurring theme, because the students need to know how a magazine or a news article is made. At the same time, what's the importance of it? Because right now what we think is this is all for publicity. Actually not. The reason I want students to get involved in this magazine process is because 10 years time, when you come back to the library and you look at it, you'll know how much grown as a person. You'll know, like, okay, fine, this has actually helped me do that. And then that will, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line, that magazine will, if you've contributed to that magazine, that will, inspire you to do something else later in your life. So the whole idea is get students involved more, into doing practical things, rather than just sitting in the class and, just sitting in the class and wasting away time is what every student does. what you can do apart from that is what will make you a better person, or will be the USP of your own self. So the curriculum we've designed is uh, leave academics one side, leave sports one side. You also have a particular space for your own interests, your own talents, where you can explore. If you want to be a great dancer, we have a great dance studio coming up. Want to be a great cricketer? Yes, you can practice in our nets. You want to be a great, you want to do something. You want to be an entrepreneur? Yes, you have an entrepreneurship society that that's quite active. They do events then and there. Okay, so this is the curriculum we've designed, and I think this is the question that you asked.
Right, sir. Exactly, sir. So this is what builds the students out there. So that this is what they wanted to know, students, and also what are the opportunities that is being provided by the college. Thank you so much for explaining that in detail, sir. So we would also like to know what should be the college top priority over the next 10 years.
See, the college's top priority over the next 10 years is we are vigorously looking into faculty research and development. Okay, so actually we were quite good till 2015-16, and after that, we had a slump. But now we're getting back on track. Many of our faculties have already registered for PhD. Many of our faculties are also doctorates. So we are actually going for a whole research and development process for faculty members, which in turn will see, we all know how research works in India, right? So if, say for example, if I'm going to be doing a paper, I'm obviously going to be involving a couple of my students to help me out. So that will in turn help students, okay, fine, so this is what they're looking for, and that will help them know what research is. But right now research is not being in fact, research is something that is used just as a tool rather than it's not being followed as such. It's just something that you put on a marketing campaign or something. But when you actually look into what research is, I really don't think even 10% of the colleges that market it are actually doing it in the right sense of what research is. So I think since I had this exposure of learning in UK, I think I've understood what research is from there. But it's taken me some time to adopt that process into our day-to-day life, because the way we do our research is completely different from how people in other countries perceive research. So that's the main focus for faculty members in the next 10 years. I think we'll have a lot of research and development that's going on, not just for the sake of publishing papers, but actually inviting students to participate in the research and try to find something interesting, because all you need right now is an idea for any student to show their true interest in that field. It's just one idea that needs to click. And for students also, it's just, see, I all my life in my academic tenure as a student, I've never been, forced to learn something. So it was always, just get the pass mark, and anything after the pass mark is up to you. So if you want to get the pass mark, you study hard till you get the degree. But anything else apart from that is up to you and your interest. That's how I've been living even since school. So I actually, I try to embody my school's beliefs and school structure to this college. But it's going to take some time. As you said, I think 5 years or 10 years down the lane, I think if anyone comes to JAYAM, I really believe they'll be surprised by what setup we follow and how things are actually going around. So I think that's I'm not sure how to put it exactly in words. See, for faculty it's easy to describe because it's research, but for students I think it's more on the focus of complete overall development. If you're going to be a bookworm, nobody's going to stop you. You be a bookworm, you excel at it. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to be a bookworm, it means that you will want to earn a lot and you want to do something with that. So I'm all open for it. But if you're not a bookworm, a lot of students, they sometimes, they come and they have no idea as to why they selected the course, what drove them to select the course. So it's those students that, sometimes those students are the ones that have so much of talent that need to be explored. So I think, in my opinion, students will reach their complete potential, and 10 years down the line, right now, okay, to put it in short, right now, if a student studies in JAYAM, it might take him, 3 years or 4 years to reach his complete potential or to understand himself thoroughly. But I think 10 years down the line, if the student, joins JAYAM, he will already know what his potential is and how he can, excel from that would be my aim, as, to explain it, more precisely.
Right.
So our structure, our curriculum will be such, strong, or, I'm not getting the right synonym of strong, but it'll be so cohesive that, as soon as a student joins, even if he has no idea, by 6 months' time, I think he will definitely, get the idea that, okay, fine, so this is who I am, and this is what I can do with what talent I have. So I think we'll achieve that in probably 2 or 3 years. Because we've already started the training module in-house for that. We've, incorporated a new training setup for that. And all our assessments are also done in-house. So we have complete control over students' growth. So I think in another couple of years, as soon as a student joins, in the next 6 months, he will know what to do. But 10 years down the line, I think the question should be rephrased as to what should be done in 3 years, because 10 years is too long a scenario to judge anything right now.
Right, sir. Right. Absolutely. Sir, this gives us a curiosity to ask about the training module that you mentioned. So can you please explain in detail about the training module?
See, we've actually put it up on YouTube, but I don't even know how many people saw it. But, if you look at the training module right now, we've mentioned how many hours we want to do it. And we've also, we've divided the 4 years into 4 phases of training, and each phase is like 2 semesters, right? So each phase, you will have one particular assessment in the beginning of the semester, so that you will know where you are right now. That is, you'll have an assessment for, that's initially in the first year, you will have a self-assessment to just generally know who you are. Are you interested in academics or sports? So where you will have to improve as such. And the same thing, as soon as you finish your, and immediately, probably in the second semester, or even in the first semester, we've introduced, I'm not sure if you've heard of this term called BARK, B-A-R-K. It's called, it's a type of, it's an assessment that is used to, help students analyze how they learn. This is actually supposed to be done in school. But unfortunately, most of the schools are interested in marks rather than, actual student development. So they just throw everything out the window. I'm not blaming them. It's a tough situation for schools out there. But, I think if schools do this, it will be much easier for us to, develop the students from that perspective. But since most of the schools don't do it, we actually implement this VARK assessment. It's the visual, auditory, reading and writing, or kinesthetic. So these are the 4 common types of, learning styles that are being followed by any human being. Say, for example, I am, say you take that assessment, there's a marking system which will help you know if you're a visual learner, or if you're an auditory learner, or if, you like to read and write, or if you're a kinesthetic, which is basically like, you like to learn by doing things practically. So once you take that assessment, usually assessments give you just one particular style of learning. But what we've done, since we're doing it in-house, I can share you the link after this, but I'll share the link. You just take it and see how it works.
Yes, sir.
We give them a couple of options. Okay, so we give them all the 4 scores, and the top 2 options, if all the 4 scores are equal, or if there's one particular, say for example, if you're a visual learner, your visual score will be very high. But if you're an auditory learner, your auditory score will be very high. But if you're a visual and an auditory learner, you will notice that, both the visual and auditory is quite similar, and the other 2 are quite low. Or if all the 4 are quite similar, then if all the four are quite similar, then you know that you're a complete multimodal learner. So that's how you, because the student, needs to know how to learn before he starts learning. And even this, I actually, this was actually taught to me in my master's, like, to find out what type of a learner you are. Because when people can teach me that in my master's degree, I thought, why not implement the same, for undergraduation? And if students actually, take the assessment seriously and understand it, I think it will help them in a long way in their life. So apart from these two assessments, we have a skill-based evaluation, wherein we get a numerical assessments, verbal assessments, language comprehensions for English language. And then, we also have a couple of other topics. I mean, I'm not getting the name right off the top of the head. But all this is, and after these three are completed every semester, we have, every week we have a particular assessment to, improve the aptitude skills. See, at the end of the day, you are training to be a better person, you are training to get a better job, or you are training to be a great entrepreneur. It's any of these, okay? But for all this, you need to have a basic strong. So what we are doing through our assessment training is to strengthen these basics. So if you're going to, do a numerical assessment, you will know that you're very poor. Even if you don't get to, the 90th percentile of numerical assessments, but from, the 10th percentile, if you get to the 40th percentile, it's a huge improvement, which means your thinking capability is better, your reasoning skills are better. So that is what we're aiming at. So through this training module, that's what we'll do. So apart from this, we have, communication classes. Like I said, I take them, personally and physically. I invite my friends from abroad, they take webinars. And apart from that, we also have, a lot of students who actually, they have no initiation of, even a group discussion, because some of the students are here from the rural villages. So for them, we have these, you have these fun activities in the classroom as to what communication is, and how to actually communicate. I try to make the classes as fun as possible. Otherwise, if it's going to be a serious any other class, people are not going to give it some thought, or even listen to the class is going to be a quite difficult job. So we've actually introduced this training model this academic year, but I'm waiting for students to come physically. I think probably by next week we'll know if students are here physically. So once you're all in physically, I think we'll implement that, and I think students will have a new array of understanding themselves and how they can learn. So, and the general, this assessments and all, at the end of the day, when they go to their final year and they're able to crack some exam quite easily, I think that's the biggest accomplishment we can, expect and get from a student. So I think that's, we've designed the module quite well. So we are implementing it probably from next week, and I'll send you the link for free. You can just attend and let me know if what it says is right. And also at the same time, the GDs, mock interviews, and company based, sometimes some companies, they have this criteria, you have to learn only this. So that all happens, before the company comes and training is given then and there. So that happens in that particular time. So, but yeah, hopefully we get the students inside the campus as soon as possible, because getting them online and explaining reports online is going to be headache. Right. So I think reports are quite basic, but it's much easier when someone says it rather than you reading it. So so that's the training module, which we haven't named the training module as such, just JCET training module, but that's the gist of it.
Okay, so thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for your time. So it was so informative, and the students who oversees this, definitely they'll be benefited by this interview. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much.